Well, hello and thank you ever so much for watching, as always. You're watching the IDL Super Grand Prix finals at McGovern Park at Ruislip, and this is the finale to the whole competition and what is a culmination of 40 open tournaments which have taken place throughout the year in 2025, all throughout London. And the finale, and it's going to be a great one, between Darryl Pilgrim and Tom Riding. And best to start with a number of different thank yous for you, because the first thing to say is that you may be wondering why tour card holder Darryl Pilgrim is allowed to be streamed here, because for those of you that follow this, tour card holders are not normally allowed to be streamed on platforms that are not PDC related. Well, I'm pleased to say that the PDC have actually given us an exemption for this event. So a huge thank you to them for allowing Darryl, who is a tour card holder, to be filmed in this way. Hugely appreciated. And it's been a fantastic year, it has to be said. This is the first time there's been a Super Grand Prix held by the individual darts league run by Paul Butler. Does a fantastic job. Tournaments have been taking place all throughout the year, from obviously Ruislip at McGovern Park, of course, as you can see. Fantastic new venue, which is quickly becoming a jewel in the crown, as it were, in the city. And actually, it's so popular, you'll see in the background there is actually a vault taking place adjacent and running parallel with this competition as well. So that just goes to show how popular it's been. Tournaments have also been at across London, as I said, in Morden, which is where I've played, and the Spots and Stripes in London Bridge, as well as Red Hill, where I've also played, and Footscray, Moortown Bell, and Hammersmith. So it's been fantastic to see it expanding throughout the city. Pilgrim here will start as favourite. He's made the stronger start, wants tops. Switches for double 10, not quite. So an outside chance here for Riding, and he'll know that he'll be starting as the quote-unquote underdog here. A lovely last dart, and that does put pressure on this double 5 attempt from Pilgrim, who's been fairly clinical up until this point. He's only dropped one leg. And, well, you can see what he makes of that third one. And suddenly an opportunity here for Riding, who wants double 4. Maybe didn't want the treble, and that perhaps just threw him off his stride. So a bit tentative here at the conclusion of this first leg, as both players just trying to get a foothold in this final. Pilgrim can't convert. Riding comes back for another go at this combination, and does find it eventually. So a break of throw to kick us off here in this first to 6 contest, which is being played for a first prize of £1,500, not to be sniffed at. And a fantastic first visit there from Riding, just to follow things up and really try and ram home that early break of throw, and Pilgrim does match that 140. So both players now very much in their rhythm. Both have won 6 matches to reach this point of the very smoothly run day. Well, this is a fantastic leg of darts from both players. They're clearly in the swing of this. Riding certainly holding his own. The London Super League champion from last season, won 23 out of 24 of his games, playing for Wellingby, which is also the shirt that he's wearing there. And he's in again. Double 14. Very good attempt. That would have been for a 12-darter. He's had a 12-darter today to get across the line against John Power. And he will be back for that double 14. All Pilgrim can do is attempt to apply some pressure. He is down to a finish now, but it's all might be too late on this occasion. Does find the double 7. So 15 dart, hold of throw, and riding is 2 legs to the good here in the early stages of this finale. Yes, so this is the culmination of the year's events. So this is hence why the everyone gets paid out. So everyone in the top 32 were invited to take part in this competition. Everyone got a payout, and this is why there's such a large payout of £1,500 to the winner. A couple of hundred players have played in the tournaments throughout the year. I was 91st. Thank you for asking. But yes, a bit more information about Riding's route to the final. Well, he won his group, didn't drop a leg against Liam Parsons or Rob Message, and then recovered from 2-0 down to get the best of John Power. Both Tom Riding and John Power will be going to Q School next month. Wish them all the very best for that. Certainly on the basis of this, I would suggest that Riding's going to be a very difficult opponent. Likes to practice on Scolia, as does Pilgrim, who is a brand ambassador for that particular brand, which has become very popular for players of all abilities. Great darts here from Mr. P. Fills it up. Bit of frustration there. But on to 32 after 15. And Riding does get down to finish, but you would feel that this will go. But it doesn't, and suddenly finishing from Darryl has just begun to elude him, and this 1-4-2 is on. Couldn't find the second treble. It's a lovely third dart though, and now there is a lot of pressure on this double 4, but it does go. So Pilgrim gets a foothold in this contest, hold of throw, and the pressure will be on him here to try and find that first break of throw. Yes, a bit more information on Riding's route to the final. So obviously he won those 3 matches in his group, and then he defeated Paul Tudor in the last 16 4-1, squeezed past Tyler Sampson 4-3 in his last 8 contest, and then saved his best performance for his semi-final, beating Surrey's James Wilcox 5-2, averaging 85. And Wilcox was the informed man here today at McGovern Park in Ruislip, because he'd actually won the, it's not really a warm-up tournament, but it was the first tournament held here today. That was the Champion of Champions. That was open to anyone that had played in an IDL league this year. There were leagues in, obviously, this venue, Morden, Southwark, and Wilcox had won all of those. Had won that tournament to start the day, and that was actually his first defeat. Fairly even Stevens here in this 4th leg. It would be nice to see a big fish. It hasn't happened yet in any game that I've ever filmed. I've been doing this for a number of years now. It's going to happen one day. It won't happen there courtesy of Darryl. And this large finish again is on. Wanted the treble 18. Did Riding to leave the double 10, but does leave himself handily placed. That's a great first dart. Double 12. Oh, and he's busted. He's busted 72. Now that leaves the door wide open here for Riding, who wants tops. Just sensed some frustration there. Knew that was an ideal opportunity to hold his throw. On the preferred double 18, and again Pilgrim gives a big sigh of relief and a show of frustration. He knows that he's in a contest here, and it's 2-all in this race to 6. One thing to note, there is no natural sound being played from this match, and the reason for that is because there is music playing, and we can't be done for copyright if we mute it, but we will be done for copyright if we don't. So that just answers that one for you, just in case you're wondering. A bit more information on Pilgrim's route to the final. He's actually only dropped one leg to get to this point, so Riding with darts like that has what a fantastic visit, has already surpassed what 6 other players that Darryl has played today has been able to achieve. Certainly a tale of 2 visits there from Riding, a 7 with a 174, and 2 more perfect darts, 3 more perfect darts. Wow, that's incredible, really. And Pilgrim will know that he's in a contest. He does leave a finish. Great thinking. And gosh, I expected that treble 20 to go in, but this is the sort of scoring power that Riding is going to have to show when he goes to Milton Keynes for Q School. That 167 was on as well now. But it's Riding back for 100. He didn't go the tops route there, interestingly. Probably just liked the lie. Now, will he be back for tops? And that is a skyer. That's very uncharacteristic of Darryl. He's having a laugh to himself. Leaves his preferred double 18, but he knows he should have had a dart at double there. Riding pounces on it, and it's 3-2. And that is the second time he's broken Darryl in this contest. Making use of the arm sleeves, I notice. Richie Edhouse-esque, proving to be very popular, and they're certainly working for him on the basis of this. Starts with a nice 140 in the 6th leg. So yes, Darryl's route to the final. Beat Paul Tudor, Ross Lee and Charles Hardy 3-0 on every occasion. That booked him a place in the last 16, where he beat John Power, averaging 96, won 4-0. He beat George Bamber, averaging 92, winning 4-0. And another lovely leg of darts here from Riding, down to a finish after 9. He's certainly odds on to restore his 2-leg advantage. Just wonder whether this is the biggest prize pot that Riding has ever played for. Feels like it probably is. But a massive thanks to Tom. He's actually saved me in terms of the filming of this footage. He's a very good streamer himself, and basically saved the day and rescued me in terms of my technology, so much appreciated. Oh, this is on. Bullseye. Oh, that is a very good attempt. Don't see many people go that way. It very nearly paid off. Treble 20 will leave the ball for Darryl. He can't find it. Leaves himself handily placed, but riding again wants that familiar 9-8-8 combination. Takes it out clinically there. And another really good leg of darts from riding, and 4-2 is the scoreline in his favour. I wonder whether riding in the back of his mind will just have the fact that he's lost out to Darryl at critical points in open tournaments this year previously. He's lost out to Darryl at Footscray and at Walton, both in the latter stages. And I wonder if that weighs on his mind or whether he uses it as fuel. We'll find out in due course. Very good leg again from these two in terms of the scoring, but really bringing out the best in one another. Another 140 there. Darryl down to a finish, and riding is in again. Really, really high standard. Both down to 121 after 9. Darryl knows he's in a real scrap here. You feel that he will need to win this leg if he's to keep his title hopes alive. This is on again. Bullseye for 5-2. That's another very, very close attempt for a bull finish from riding. Doesn't go. Pilgrim, you would feel, can mop this up. So close, and he's very, very frustrated. What an opportunity this is here. And there's just a problem with the scorecard, so we'll just pause while we fix that. And we're back underway. So, can riding respond? He wants the 25. He's already hit this. 8-8 for 5-2. Right on the wire. Always very difficult when you have to pause. And it's Pilgrim that saves his skin. 4-3, and onwards we go. Yes, no one's fault that in terms of the scorecard. It does happen, all volunteers here. But riding takes out a bit of frustration, you feel, with that 140 visit. Pilgrim again matches that visit. These two really have been bringing out the best in each other in terms of the scoring. Another well-found treble there from riding. Of course, riding, along with hundreds of other hopefuls, will be going to Milton Keynes 4Q school. Well, Darryl was at that tournament in January and did come through to win his card after many years of very, very near misses. And you just felt it was his time. And another multi-treble visit there gets him right back in this leg. Both players very evenly matched. And you just feel that the finale of this Super Grand Prix is just the match that the whole collection of events deserves. Treble 18 for riding to leave another go at the ball, but he can't find it. The scorecard's gone skew-if. Apologies about that. There it is. It's back again. 17. 4 tops. So Darryl has had a chance for 4-4. All Riding have a chance for 5-3. Well, that's interesting. I would have thought he would have gone for the bullseye there, but he's going for the ball now. And that's probably the furthest attempt away that he's had. He's been very, very close before. Pilgrim moving around the oche and can't find it. And he's frustrated there. Very, very frustrated. He knows that was a great opportunity for 4-all. And this is a great opportunity for 5-3. Really tense moments in this match. It's only millimetres. It's only a millimetre that denies Riding there. And Pilgrim wants to convert. And he does do. And he's he's staring down at the board there in frustration. He does finally get the break of throw that he wants, and 4-all. And now this has suddenly become a best-of-3 contest. Really interesting match. Has the momentum swung Pilgrim's way? Enjoyed his best run on the Pro Tour in the very first event back in January, reached the quarterfinals. He's currently ranked 106th on the order of merit. So we'll feel that he has a better year in him. This is a good response from Riding. And again, very little to choose between them in this leg. Another multi-treble visit from Pilgrim, who's qualified for a couple of Euro Tours this year. Also took part in the UK Open and World Masters. So he knows what to expect in 2026. And it'll be very interesting to see his progress. Down to a finish first. What kind of pressure will he be under? Riding, just keeping pace. So both down to a finish after 12. That is very unfortunate. That was a bounce out right on the bullseye wire. And it just threw Pilgrim off his stride. This will be quite something. Very close. Very good effort. Is that advantage Riding? Are we going to have to see something very special here? Treble will leave the ball. All on the wire. Well found last dart. So Riding should get a dart here for 5-4. Is that a good marker? Oh, it's so close. It's so close. This could have been a very different match. But Pilgrim shakes his head, he cleans up, hits it first time. And now goes within 1, and suddenly 4-2 has become 5-4 in the other direction. And Darryl is 1 leg away from lifting the title. And it's already advantage Darryl after that excellent first visit. Well found last dart from Riding. Just to keep him in the mix. You never know. It's always very difficult to get over the line, as we know. And if you are interested in the individual darts league, do look up the idl.co.uk. That will take you to the Darts Atlas page. The scorecard, of course, is from Darts Atlas. Massive thanks to Matt Langan and the team at DA for all their help. fantastic bit of kit that's really revolutionised grassroots sports and the ADC, or the grassroots darts rather. Really is, or really has, changed the game forever. Riding, very, very frustrated. He knows that that might prove very, very costly, because Darryl is in here and hits a 180. I think that's the first of this contest. Leaves 36 after 12. And all Riding can do is try and apply some pressure. Great visit, but it might be too late, because these are tournament darts. Right on the wire. And he does get there. And you can see his reaction. Darryl knew that he was in a real contest there. That was a real scrap. And a great game, though. Played in a fantastic spirit. And it's good to see the two players embracing there. Really, really good effort from both of them. And it's Darryl that lifts the trophy and takes the £1,500 first prize. Massive well done again to Paul Butler for all his work with the tournaments this year. Can't wait for them to start again next year. And if you are interested, do visit the idl.co.uk. Thank you for watching.